What's going on, y'all? What up, what up? Giving this a shot here. Pedro, Angels, William, Cade, what's up, what's up? Been a few months, huh, William? Well, welcome back. Anyway, let me give you all the disclaimer and fair warning up front here. My connection has been a complete train wreck for, like, several days. Yesterday, in fact, it was actually disconnecting and resetting about every 90 seconds all day long. So I don't know how long this stream is going to last. I'm hoping it's going to be a normal stream. Yet no promises. There could end up being massive disconnects. If I disconnect a bunch of times, I'll probably just end up calling it. Just didn't want there to be any surprises out there if I just disappeared all of a sudden. I mean, it's to the point, it's so bad where I debated on not even streaming until I get moved here next month. It's literally that bad. Geek Illustrator Dad, what's up? Anyway, wanted to play with some of the new toys, right? I got my snakes dialed in. I got a lot of questions on the snakes yesterday, and people asking about range. I still stand by this range. And people are asking, well, why not put more damage on? And you got to realize how Petrify works. First off, with the snakes, the Petrify is instant. So although you see the damage on the dummy, the snake isn't doing any damage to the mobs. So like if there was another utility shard, I would actually get rid of destruction and put another utility shard in. Rob, what's going on? Michael, how are you? Just because this is by turning your snakes into a Petrify machine, you are literally taking away all of their damage except for on headstrong lanes. Now today, however, I wanted to play around a little with this ballista's bite. I wonder if I even have enough to upgrade it to Chaos 7. Let's see. I'm not sure if I have all the materials. Oh, I'm gonna be two shiny short figures, huh? I could go grab two shinies. Oh, Vipers on air lanes is so ridiculous, Rob. Solar, what's up, man? How you doing? I've been streaming a lot more over on Twitch lately, but the last several days, like I said, I've just been plagued with massive connection issues. It's been really terrible. I wanted to try to play with ballistas today, but I'm gonna have to go get some more shinies to do that. Well, let's just do it. Let's just go get some shinies and play with these ballistas here. So we got to go to Chaos 6 for that. I'll just queue it up public. Anybody wants in, feel free to hop on in. Oh, you know what? What am I doing? There's a conversion dude over here now. There's a little conversion grill. I don't need to do a map. God, this feels wrong. 4 amps in one cluster, 35,000 gold. Let's see, there's one. And there's two. I'm not going to do a bunch of them. Look at me go using the material conversion vendor. I like it. Besides C8 amps, that's actually the first time I've used it. Alright, no need to upgrade this any further, as I'm going to move it to something else. I haven't tried it with the Harpy yet, Geek, but a lot of people are telling me it's really good. Oh, it's all good, Solar. Gotta real life it up, you know? Real life is real life. It continues to happen. Now let's see, let's find a nice suitable relic. I know I got a Piercer Servo somewhere. Let me see. Everything, really. I mean, I don't see why any of it wouldn't work great. Let's see, I know I got some piercers in here. Here's one. Alright, now we gotta find a relic to put this stuff on. Let's find a good one. Well, there's an Earth Servo right there. Man, that's a really low roll on that relic. I mean, I can always re-roll it. I hate starting off with something that low. That's what, almost 5,000 under. Quicksilver. Thank you so much there, Quick. Too quick to be good. Or is it too good to be quick? What relic should I use? I thought I had some decent relics. There's a good relic to work off of. Let's do this. Let's see here. We'll put that in there. And we'll go Ballista's Bite. And then we'll go... Where'd that Piercer go? There it is. We'll go Piercer. And then we'll go Earth. There's an Earth. Alright. We've got us a victim. Let's see, it's already full upgraded. Actually, really decent roll on that one, too. You're using Ballista's Bite, Earth Pierce, Defense Rate, Splody. You know, I'm not sure what I'm going to use here. Let's see. Let's see, we'll put the regular Ballista up. I'm going to need the Defense Rate. Now, is the Splody proccing the Petrify, I wonder? I might even go, I might even go Deadly Strikes on here. Alright, are we going here? Are we going? Are we going? Let me see. Telling me it's not getting any data. Give me just a minute here, y'all. Anybody, can you all see me here? It's so weird. On the YouTube dashboard, it says there's no data being transmitted. Very, very strange. Let me see, let me try refreshing it again. Yeah, it literally says that there's no data being received on the YouTube dash. But if you all are telling me that you're seeing me, that is very strange. Anyway, I guess I jinxed it because I went like the last several hours without a disconnect, and then, boom, disconnect. Anyway, sorry y'all, I'm going to try to make this happen here today, but we will see. Seeing and hearing, awesome. Oh, there it went, it just refreshed and said, now it says it's all good. Literally. It says it's all good. Term's fault? Well, it's clearly got to be Term's fault there, Rob. See how this goes. I got my fingers crossed. I probably shouldn't even be bothering to attempt this. Yeah, the Blame Omnis are real. They're like, no doubt about it. Alright, let's see. Did everything stay? Yep, everything is there. So let's give this a whirl here. I'm gonna hop into... I'm gonna do one by myself, and then I'll queue up some public matches here. I just want to see how this is gonna go first. Since it's my first time playing with him here like this. I am pretty tempted to throw deadly strikes on there, and I'm curious if the Splody is working, as in spreading the poison. Shelly Land. Oh man, it's the perfect map for it too. Wow. This is gonna be good, assuming I can stay connected. Yeah, I'm heavily thinking about deadly strikes over destruction here. Let's do it. Do I have a... Oh, looks like they're all being used. I could probably come up with one here. Let's borrow that one for a moment. Yeah, the range on these bad boys is just awesome now. Let's see, and I want to keep the snakes out of the deal this time. No snakes. Okay, now this one is controlled burn, or headstrong. I'll do that one last. And that one is headstrong as well. EMP healer lane. It's got cyborgs. Yeah, I've had some massive connection issues there, Steven. That, and I'm going to be doing a lot more live streams on Twitch because I don't want to spam the channel too much. And I do have a lot of edited content to work on. You know what? Ballistas are still mean as hell, even without the Petrify. So let me just spam some ballistas anyway here. But I will get something else in. Now I took that deadly strikes out of my weapon, man. Let me borrow this. And do... Well, there's no point in doing weapon mans, right? Tell you what I'll do. I'll go with... Let me move that back. And we'll go with some reflect beamed. Some tenacity reflect beam. I do have tenacity on here, right? Yeah. That'll at least protect those. Yeah, that was really the first thing I did, Storm Dragon. There was a bunch of live stream content right when the update first came out, but I will do it. As strong as the Vipers are, to be honest with you, I just don't really see needing to add Petrify in anywhere else. But I do want to play with all the toys, you know? I did have cyborgs there, right? Yeah. And then we got an air raid lane, too. Tempted on this air raid lane. Yep, I'm out of juice anyway. Let's just go with that. Alright, let's see how this runs. I'm gonna need to upgrade some of this stuff. Have I tried jumping in poison pools from grave infection with quake on boots? I have not. DDA is going to be almost constant, to be honest with you. At Reddit launch, DDA is going to be going almost 24 hours a day. When DDA hits, there will be very, very little sleep for me. Anyway, let's check this out. This is a good lane to watch as long as those other lanes hold. Because I'll really be able to see the Petrify going here. What level are the mobs at floor 120? Let's see. They're 21,099. Oh, Jesus. It looks like the Splody is not going off on the petrified mobs. Good lord, man. This is ridiculous. Doesn't look like. I wish the stuff would come down a little bit further. I mean, that is just straight up absurdity, right? So I think ballistas equal win. It actually does look like the explosions are going off on petrified mobs. It's hard to see. The best way to tell that is going to be on a game ogre lane. You're going to be able to see it really, really easy. And the Petrify is just straight up cheating versus flyers. It's so strong. It does look like it's going off. Let's see. Then again, I mean, it's hitting that mob, and like, I saw an explosion there, but it's hard to tell. Where am I from? I'm originally from Northern Ireland, but I grew up in Washington, D.C., and now I live over on the west coast of the U.S. in Washington State. Alright, now let me see something here real quick. See, it's only a chance to detonate. It appears like they're detonating, but it's really hard to say. Let's see. Let's get another good look at it. I'm going to take some of these out. The way it's not as confusing to look at here. Come on, baddies. Come on down. It's hard to tell with the poison spreading too. The best way to check if the poison's spreading from the splody is to record it and then watch it in slow motion. I don't want to shoot him because I don't want that Frostfire going all up in there. I would personally not use melee boom anymore, Malharo, but anti-melee, anti-orc is a strong combo for sure. Currently, the strongest thing you can really do on any defense that's just a straight-up damaging defense is stack anti-mods. So you could go with like 3 anti-mods or go with like 2 anti-mods, and a defense rate is going to be the most power you're going to get out of them. Melee boom is very lackluster these days. They really nerfed that thing into the ground. Instead of nerfing it, they like completely smacked it down in ridiculous fashion, you know. Here's the main problem with Petrify. It can take so long for these lanes to die. Ooh, I got wrecked. Just lowering the percentage of the booms, yeah. I mean, I understand where they're coming from. They don't want something that's going to scale up in Onslaught. You know, something shouldn't become more powerful on Onslaught just because the enemies are more powerful. So I understand why they did it that way, but going with that low number that they went with on Melee Boom is just a little over the top, in my opinion. Going on, Blazing? How you doing? Let's see. Let's put some more damage back here. What do we want to do? Can't do snakes. I mean, I could put a Ramster down, but that's not even going to get within range. I mean, this lane... You know what? It's right about here that they're jamming up, right? Let's just go... God, dang it. Go something like that for a little extra damage there. And then I didn't see where they were stopping on this lane, but the range is all the way to the spawn, so I'm assuming they're barely making it out of spawn. Nope, I'm out of juice anyway. Can't do anything else. You can't petrify on the earth shatter, but you can use the earth shatter as part of it. It won't self-petrify, Gerardo, but if you use like the earth shatter in a poison dart tower, yeah, it'll petrify. The thing you have to realize is knocking up doesn't give a benefit to petrify like freeze does. If you knock up a frozen enemy when they hit the ground, it's crushing damage and it causes the shatter combo. That doesn't work with petrify though, it only works for freeze. Looks like I could have moved it back a little bit further. See how far they push in here. Actually, that's not too bad, huh? Not bad placement. Uh-oh. Stats of Petrify? I'm not sure. I think it's 3 seconds. I wouldn't remove the knockup, Gerardo, because that's just another really good form of crowd control. Just have to realize what you're getting out of it. What you're getting is 2 forms of crowd control, and you're not getting a shatter combo. So, I mean, I wouldn't change it. I would still leave it on there. That and it makes it AoE, and you want it to be AoE. So, I mean, the benefits of using it would outweigh the benefits of, or would outweigh the reasons of not using it, you know? Now, how is this lane getting petrified? These guys are headstrong. Or was it a flyer that just lived? It may have been a flyer that lived through the petrify. Very strange. I use unique mods on the Obelisk there, Dragon. I use unique crit chance, unique crit damage, and unique power. Now, of course, you know, it's always fun to spam multiple Obelisks around. And if you do that, you lose the benefit of the uniques. But if you're just going to use one per map, that's a really, really good setup. Got sirens going down the road. I bet that was just a flyer that dipped down here. What shards? Ungilded defense rate will get the obelisk to the cap. The best Xplox player is here. Where's Fisk at? I'm just joking, Turb. I'm just joking, Turb. I'm just joking. Made me cough to death there. Is that the Frostfire part? Yeah, the Frostfire is absurd. Super, super strong. Well, this is way stronger than I expected it to be. Now, I still am not, I'm very hesitant to mess around with with harpoons. The ballistas are so strong in their natural form and being physical damage. The 7 crown god. Those crowns are a joke, Fisk. You do realize. And they just look bad. Man, I wish they looked different. They look so bad. I mean, it literally looks like an oversized princess tiara. Use the best PS4 player? Well, first off, there's no bests. That's kind of a meme. It's not a skill-based game. So, I mean, there's not a best player in the game. See, the thing is Petrify, or the Ignite combo stinks. If the Ignite combo was a little bit better, actually I haven't even checked it since this update. If the Ignite combo was better, I'd be all about that oily ballista. In fact, we might as well try that out too, right? We're playing around with new toys today. Might as well play around with all the toys. In fact, I wish I could redo this map, because this would be a great oily ballista map. Well, I wouldn't want to use the oily and the petrify at the same time. Or maybe. I mean, why not? We need some fire damage in the mix to light them up. Actually, I could probably switch to a fire pet, huh? Neither one of them are very good, to be honest with you, Steven. They're both kind of novelty shards. If you really want to put power on your volcano, then you want to go defense rate, destruction, and vamp, or defense rate and both destructions. Tristan, thank you so much for subscribing. We got cyborgs all up there. We'll do it next map. I'll throw some oil in there and throw a flame aura up front so that the enemies are getting ignited. No, they don't work on the secondary shin. The Mystic gets robbed out of this whole Petrify madness. Kind of like the Abyss Lord. The Abyss Lord gets robbed worse than anybody as far as elements go. You should, whatever you're using them for, YBN. If you're using fissures to clear frost lanes, like they're commonly used, then you'd want to go anti-frost, probably anti-frost, anti-melee, and anti-orc. Or anti-frost, anti-melee, and rate, or anti-frost, anti-melee, and range. One of those 3 combos. This is just kind of experimenting with the Petrify on them, Tristan. This is not a for real build that I'm using. This was just I threw this relic together right before starting this map. Yeah, but if you want to play the Mystic actively, the Mystic is a very fun active hero to play. That and a lot of people don't realize the Mystic's defenses, actually currently, from what I understand, it's bugged and only the Vipers are getting the benefit. But the Mystic, if you play the Mystic actively and build with Mystic defenses, the defenses get a buff. That's one of the buffs underneath the Mystic's icon up top. Random, thank you so much for subscribing. I do appreciate you. EV2 is in a really good spot. That's going to be one of my next hero spotlights, is the Proton Charge EV2. Oh, good. I got a legendary polearm, just what I wanted. Yeah, I think I could probably vouch for that statement term. Terminator's the best PvP player on all platforms in DD2. He PvP's better than everyone. Alright, let's go to the next floor here. I'll pop out and do some publics here, assuming my connection stays. But let's go to the next floor and try to stack the ignite. All lag, no skill. That's what makes them even better, their Fisk, is, you know, the skilled players can do it with the lag and use the lag to their benefit. Let's see what we got. This one's tier 2. A Jolly Farmer. Oh, good. Just what I always wanted. There's another Chaos 8 shard. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to dump that one. I'm getting so many of these weapons now. Another taser suit, man. I am well on my way to getting a gilded taser suit. Because I already had like 4 of them prior to the update. Alright, so let's swap this bad boy around a little. Let's see, let's go. Instead of Splody, let's go Oily. Oh crap, I'm probably going to have to go back out to Tavern to get it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go out. Gonna have to go out to grab it. Own custom boss. That's a tough call. At this stage in the game, I'd take anything, to be honest with you. I love boss fights, and we've got a serious lack of boss fights in DD2. Let's see, Oily, where you at? Look at that, got lucky. First shard I looked at. Alright, so let's get Oily on here now. Oh, it's guaranteed oil too. Wow. 200% of defense power. Man, that's not very much damage. So that'd be 160,000 damage. These petrifying sand vipers are so OP, it's ridiculous, their shin. Alright, let's try it out. I'm gonna do this one private too, just to test this. Nah, no new ancient power strats. It's basically just do the Onslaught floor requirements. No new strats that I'm aware of. There are no poison relic mods, Patrick. It's weapons only. It's just like oil and the rest. Ooh, this is a pretty good map for it too. See what kind of lanes we get. Oh, we got a game ogre. Alright, let's try a little bit more on the minimalist side. I got anything funky? I'm gonna look and see where they're stopping, and that's where I'll put the fire at. Now the game ogres are gonna do whatever they want. Oh, no headstrong lanes too. I can do this all the way around. Alright, let's just do this. and then I'll add the flamars in after I see where the... Alright, let's try this again. So damn frustrating. Let's see if I can get chat back now. Alright, there we go. This is the most irritating thing in the entire world, y'all, I assure you. Alright, let's try this again. What happened is I'm having really bad connection problems and my ISP will do nothing to help me out. And I don't have any alternatives to switch to. I'm using the best internet available in my area, which is complete shit, is what's happening. And I've been experiencing random disconnects like a mofo. It's been really bad over the last week. Alright, let's try this again. Man, I hope it gives me that same map. The back's been okay. I've had such a huge headache lately with this internet issue that the back hasn't, I've been distracted from the back issues. What's going on, Nico? How you doing? I do. Oh, nice. Got the same map. Let's see if we got lucky with the mutators. See, no headstrong. There's a headstrong. No headstrong and no headstrong. Alright, so we got almost all. We got a headstrong lane over here, which the oil should still ignite those guys. So let's try that. I'm going to be 46 next month. There, Michael. I'm old. Yeah, anyway, we're moving over by Spokane, and Spokane, supposedly, that entire area, like almost the entire area is got gigabit internet access, which is awesome. Alright. So let's leave it at this. We've only been over there a few times, but there's other factors. The wife really likes the area, and the mother-in-law, my wife's mom, is going to be spending a lot of time up there. She really likes the area. So, I mean, I'm easy. I got 2 requirements. I want the wife to be happy, and I want to have good internet. As long as I have those, I'm good. You know, I mean, Spokane's still got enough to do recreationally. Alright, now this one is obviously going to just stop right up here, right? So let's just put the flame aura right in front on that lane. The Draken's Barrage will go right there. Just Timmy. This Just Timmy lane is just going to get annihilated. Let me see. We'll put that one there. Then we'll put this one right at the spawn here. No cyborgs either. Blazoned. Reading in between the lines. Yeah, what's up, Toby? How you doing? Alright, let's check this out. That's not what I was talking about, Blazon, but you got a very valid point. Alright, so petrified enemies appear to not be ignited. Or is that a fire burn in there? It's really hard to say. Doesn't look like they're being ignited. Which makes that not a good stack. So oily harpoon, I would say, is a no-go. Actually, really soon, Dominic, I'm gonna work on multiple hero spotlights today. In fact, the flame aura and the lightning strike aura I have ready to go. None of these mobs are being ignited, so there's just no reason to use oily harpoon with Petrify. Now you could use oily harpoon by itself. That's something else to try. Well, that's the thing, is they're all insta-petrified, their crews. So everything that the ballista hits is instantly petrified. So it's, you know. The problem is the ignite would be an after tick. It's not going to be an instant thing. You would have to go oily and fire damage. Actually, those kind of looked like they were a little fiery. I bet it's probably just buggy right now. It's really hard to see because the ignite... Yeah, it's just really hard to see. It looks like there's some little fires going in there. This is another one where really it would be best to record it and then look at the video where you can slow it down. Haha, nice green. Grats. Yeah, that's the water servo on the air defense. The Skyguard towers are basically obsolete now. I didn't want to put snakes there, but Sand Vipers are the best air defense in the game right now. No doubt about it. They're just too good. Alright, here we go. Let's see if this big boy catches on fire. It looks like there's a little couple sparks of fire going on the animation, but it's really hard to see. Yeah, I mean, in that situation, that would be really good there, Blaze, no doubt. The Ignite combo does need a buff. These guys are burning. That is petrified and burning, but you see the Petrify is burning for 0 damage. Or is that just a glitch? Or did my internet crash again? No, the internet's still there. But it looks like this is probably a bum combo. Trying to put too much in one place. See, that's the thing, is they were dying almost instantly without as well. Try it one more wave here and look. I mean, you can see fire going. There's little bursts of fire going on for sure. It's just not like frozen. If you ignite a frozen enemy, boy, that thing lights up like a Christmas tree. I'm using the Petrify combo right now, but I'm playing around with the oily ballistas. You can definitely see fire going. Petrify combo is poison and earth. So I'm using the ballista's bite mod and an earth mod. I mean, it's good. There's no doubt about it. I think oil might be overkill in this situation. Yeah, these guys are being ignited from something else. Well, in the ballista situation, it's 200% of the defense power on the ballista, which is not a whole lot of damage. It's not bad too, Nico. I personally don't use the Dragon Stance, but you can. If you want to go back and forth between melee and ranged. The thing with the monk is the Dragon Stance, like ideally on the monk you want 4 per second, 5 projectiles, right? Well, the Dragon Stance would only apply to one of those projectiles on a shot. So it's not a whole lot of damage, but I mean, if you don't have another shard to go in that slot, then there's nothing wrong with it. I played DD2 ever since it was available. The very first day it was available, I played it to me. Yeah, I can't decide if I want like the Explodey better or the Ignite. I mean, it's just really hard to say. They are dying super quick. But like that Geode isn't igniting. What's going on, Daniel? How you doing? In Chaos 5, well, you'd want to get your shards squared away, Will, is the first thing. You want Destruction, Deadly Strikes, and Defense Rate. Those are the big three. I don't have a new one, Raphael. That's another video on the list of things to do. I will have one, but I don't have one right at the moment. You can see some little fire going there. Like I said, I just don't know. I mean, it's hard to really say how effective it is. You can see it really good on those assassins. Well, if you haven't played in a couple of years, then yeah, there's new heroes. And we got the flyer bug. Focus Power, Grave Infection, and Frostfire Remnants. Currently, Grave Infection is buggy though. It's not doing full damage all the time. Quite often it's hitting for 1. So, I mean, I'm assuming it will be fixed, so I'm going to leave it on there. But currently it's not doing crap. I mean, it's adding poison damage for the Petrify. Alright, let's take it off for this last wave. We'll go back with Splody. And see if they seem to be dying any quicker or slower or whatever. I'm gonna have to get rid of that now because it's just too much. Come on out, homies. Oh, that lane is screwed now. It's all frostfired up. You have to ignite them to remove the bubble there, Raphael. So you can use the Huntress to oil them and then ignite them. Oil them first and then fire. It's the 2-3 combo. Your second ability, then your third ability. The easy thing to do is to get Burning Strikes, but if you're not at Chaos 5 yet, then you won't have the Burning Strike shard. I mean, you could always buy it with Defender medals, but you'd think there would be much better uses. They're still dying pretty quick. I don't know what my thoughts are on that one is at the moment, Johan. It's in my opinion, it was going to be the very first hero spotlight I did, but it's really, really buggy. Is EV still broken? I don't know what you mean, Daniel. I don't know what was broken with the EV. The poison does good damage on the Mystic. I mean, it's not like huge damage, but it's acceptable damage. But it appears, in fact, we'll play with that too. It appears that, let me do one more map and then I'll open it up. I really like Splody. That and Splody get, now obviously with the poison, or with the earth damage on there, I'm losing the magic element, or I'm losing the physical element, which is really the biggest thing I didn't want to do. But that's why I kept that, you know, that other relic there. Alright, let's do one more floor. This time I want to play with the Mystic and see if we can get any Petrifies with the Mystic's poison. The Dryad. The EV2 is super, super strong, Nico. I would recommend the EV2. Poison Chip was actually always working. It just wasn't working on the dummy. If you went in, you could see the damage, though. Right, got another gift. Nice. This one, another tier 2. Dream Protector. From what I tested anyway, it looked like it was always working. Let's see, did we get anything? Of course not. Alright, so this time, let's see what we get for mobs. Headstrong. If I get more than one Headstrong lane, I'm just going to re-roll, because I'm wanting to play around with the Petrify. Alright, looks like just the one Headstrong lane. So this one, let's just go ham here on ballistas. We can throw in a little boom boom here just to mess with them. That's too much. Let me get rid of one of these. I'll get rid of that one. Same here. Let's get a little boom boom in the mix. Well, let's see here. That time we made it 17 minutes. A full 17 minutes. Ugh. So damn irritating. Anyway, y'all, I'm not going to keep doing this, so I'm going to play around with this Mystic real quick and see if I can stay connected long enough just to see if they fix the Mystic. But this is obviously a problem here still today. Thank you so much for subscribing there, Andre. I do appreciate it. Because petrified enemies take no damage from your defense. So your defense, the amount of damage your defense does is completely pointless. Unless it's on a lane that the enemies aren't getting petrified. If it was working 100% as it's supposed to be, when you petrify something, that defense is not going to do any damage to the enemy. Yeah, Mastery is well worth doing there, Raphael. You get some nice shard rewards. Anyway, let's hop back in, try this again. I'm going to make this the last map here as just the constant disconnects, assuming I can even make it through the map. Just a huge issue. I just cannot wait to move. Anyway, for those that are just joining, my live streams are going to be very, very sporadic over the next several weeks. My internet connection is complete crap. My ISP isn't going to do anything to help me out to fix it. Yet I'm scheduled to move in a few weeks anyway. So it's not really a huge ordeal. It's just very frustrating for me right now. Alright, what do we got here? Here we can petrify it up. I think we'll do the mystic test in that middle lane over there. Let's just do that. We'll get some auras in for air up here. Well, I mean, anybody can contact the dev team. You just post on the forums. Get some flames here too. This is going to be perfect with that Timmy lane. It should be really, really easy to see. Let's see. Okay, that leaves me 250. I don't want any of this damage making it over into this next lane. Alright, so we got Timmy and Omega Squad. So let's get some earth damage going right here. And I think the earth damage that I want to use is proton beams, as it's just really easy to see. It'll be real easy to see if it's proccing. So let's do it. Yeah, you should use the 4 basic heroes. The 4 basic heroes can get you all the way to Chaos 7 pretty easily. Alright, I'm going to have to take the freeze shard off, or it's going to be impossible to see. And burning strikes I need to take off. Alright, it looks like the poison is not working though. Or the Petrify is definitely not working with the Mystic's poison. And that is quite unfortunate. I'm going to take the freeze off after this wave though, so we can get a better look at it. Such a bummer. Sealstone is under attack. I wonder what that was. Yeah, EV2 and Dryad are great at all stages in the game. I'm just saying, just for general progression, getting to Chaos 7, you can do it with the original 4 heroes really, really easily. You don't need anything special just to progress through. It's just building the correct defenses versus the mobs that are there, since you're not going to have any fancy mods or anything. Is explosive poison working properly at the moment there, Neff? Well, Shatter Quake is bugged, so I mean, using Shatter Quake right now is just straight up taking advantage of exploity stuff. Alright, let's get rid of the freeze. Let's see. Bring you back. Let's pull that out. What else did I say I wanted to take out? Oh, burning strikes. Let's see, let's get rid of burning strikes. You can use any heroes in correlation with each other, Raphael. So yeah, I mean, all heroes will complement other heroes when used properly. That's something else I wanted to test today, though. Next is if the connection will stay. Next map, we'll check explosive poison. Alright, let's see. Alright, there's clearly no Petrify going on here. So, poor Mystic gets no love. What's up with that, Chromies? Why no love for the Mystic? But yeah, there's no Petrify's going on here at all. You can see it really well right there. You see the poison ticking and those shieldies just marching right through that proton beam. So, oh, there was a Petrify. Where did that come from? That may have came from the other lane. It's definitely not working consistently. Yeah, poison and earth. Poison dart tower plus any form of earth damage is super strong. Alright, let me just burn through this here. Can't change heroes at this time. How about now? There we go. That's quite unfortunate that the Mystic is not, the Mystic's poison isn't working. Quite unfortunate. I haven't heard anything about that one, Raphael. Alright, let's get our shards back in. Because that was a bust. Man, such a bummer that Mystic poison isn't working right. Alright, well I might as well get the Petrify going here. Actually, we can test poison right here, huh? Let's do it. I'll sell all this stuff after the wave. I don't know what I was thinking. I could have just tested poison right here on this map. It should be pretty easy to tell if explosive poison is working properly, though. We should be able to see it visually. Just burn through this wave real quick. Nothing quick about burning a wave on this map, but you know what I'm saying. Both sources of damage. Well, I could try that out then, Blazing. I've got an earth damage pet with me. The earth damage wasn't working on the Mystic originally at all in pet form. But we'll have to see. I mean, it wouldn't really make much sense, but on the same note, it wouldn't really surprise me either. I mean, the game has been so absurdly buggy. Uh-oh. What we got going on over here? Alright. It must have been a flyer snuck out, huh? Alright, let's go. Let's get rid of these. Let's go back to the Mystic and try with an Earth Pet. Just get rid of this stuff. In fact, I can just move that stuff back here as a last resort. In case I get overrun. Let's see. There we go. There's a sandstorm right there. Actually, I had our Earth Pet equipped already. So yeah, that theory's already debunked. Looks like I still had the Earth Pet equipped from testing, but we'll check it again here. Yeah, they're poison bite ballistas. Alright, let's see. I'll try it with and without Let's see, was Sandstorm active? Nope, no Petrify. And that was with Sandstorm. That was without Sandstorm and then with Sandstorm. So yeah, Mystic is busted. I've got Earth on my weapon, but the Earth on the weapon doesn't pass through to the secondary attack on the Mystic. Actually, we can test that too. Let's see. Well, the problem is the melee attack hits so hard on the Mystic. Doesn't look like. We need a boss to check it. See if the secondary to the primary will work. Oh, who wrecked. This is me just playing around with stuff, Raphael. I don't suggest you duplicate any of these builds I'm using today. I'm just testing stuff out and playing with the new toys, basically. So I don't suggest anyone build anything based off of what I'm doing here today. I mean, you could do the ballistas. We know that's working. That doesn't require another defense, though. But yeah, we got no Petrify, even with Sandstorm going. Lash out and Earth melee. Yeah, that's a different type of poison. That might work. This is basing it off of the Serpent's Kiss. Alright, where's Slakelion? Oh, there's a Hex Thrower, actually. That Hex Thrower's gonna get wrecked. They said they are. I mean, only time will tell. Okay. I mean, this game, the development on this game will slow way down. This game is near the end of as far as content goes, I think. But I mean, they've said they're going to continue to work on it. Let's see, what do we got for bosses here? See, we got a Hex Thrower, we got Quibs. Alright, let's try. Well, where's Slakelion? Slakelion's way up there. He's gonna get decked. He gonna be dead. Well, that worked. The lash out and melee attack worked. It's just that Serpent's Kiss that's not working. The poison from it must be getting treated as a different type of element. When Awaken comes out, yeah, I'm going to be playing the crap out of it. I mean, there's not much for me to do in DD2 right now, to be honest, other than going through the hero spotlights and putting together their final form. Awakened, I'll have everything to do. I'll have nothing. Yeah, so the lash out and melee attack work, but Serpent's Kiss and melee attack do not. So Serpent's Kiss is either bugged. Sand Viper's new meta? I'd think so. That's so weird. It was instant that time. Serpent's Kiss is just not being treated as poison. It's being treated as some other kind of dot. No, DDA will not be free. That's the best part about it. There's none of this microtransaction bullshit. It'll be a paid game. You buy the game, you own the game. You don't have to pay for anything else until DLC comes out. That's the dream right there. DD2 nickels and dimes you for everything. which, I mean, understandably, it's free to play, they gotta do it, but it's the thing I hate most about Dungeon Defenders 2 is all the microtransactions. Yeah, it's so weird that the lash out poison works, but the kiss doesn't. That's quite the bummer. Yep, see, not working with the Serpent's Kiss, but if I lash out, oop, I get wrecked. It was worth a shot. Let's try it again. Let's see. Lash out, melee attack, and yeah, petrified. Wow, this is going to end up in a game over if I'm not careful. There we go. They said it'll be less than a big box title, Nico, so I'm guessing probably $39.99, maybe $29.99. I can't imagine it will be cheaper than $29.99 US, but maybe. I mean, we'll have to see. Alright, let's see if we get a good explosive poison map. I was going to make that the last map, that way I could actually say goodbye to you all, instead of just ending with a disconnect. I'm not a big fan of exploding lashes personally, but I like playing a hero damage. Mystic is a big reason why. That's just a guess, Nico. I don't know. I'm completely pulling that one out of my butt. Well, this is a terrible map for checking out poison. There's another shattering torpedo. Keep that. Nothing worth keeping. Let's head back out, see if we can't get a better map here. Oh, I gotta grab explosive poison anyway. I don't even have it on me. It's in my inventory. What's going on there, Apple? How you doing? Alright, let's see. Yeah, that's a great choice there, Hermie. Those 3 shards on any defense in the game is a wonderful choice. Alright, explosive, where are you at? I haven't used it in so long, I can't remember what the icon looks like. Maybe I did have it on me. Oh, there it is. Alright, so we want PDTs this time. And we'll get rid of Vamp. And go with explosive poison. All defenses are basically the same, Victor. You want as many anti-mods as you can fit in if you're going for raw damage. And then destruction, defense rate, and deadly strikes are the big 3 shards. And then, like, you just look at your build and make changes from there. So, like, on the Hornets, if you started off with destruction, defense rate, and deadly strikes, then you can look and see, okay, the Hornets have really good natural range, so probably don't need deadly strikes. So pull out deadly strikes and try putting some more power on. Go with, like, vampiric. The weapon manufacturer should have shocking revelations, water, And then either defense rate, defense range, or tenacity is the third. Man, the damage still isn't there on the dummy. But that's just on the dummy. Yeah, no poison. No poison ticking. It's weird. See, what is the poison damage? 370k. That's the weird part. Is you see the poison ticks, but you only see the poison tick, I think, from the first application. Well, we can give it a shot. Let's see. So if we're going to use... Well, we can keep the proton beams for the Petrify. It'll be digital form, Nika. It won't be retail at all. Alright, see if we can make it through this map. We've been live 23 minutes now since the last disconnect. That is a record for today so far. I don't want to jinx it, but... The wife's like, you jinxed it. Which there's a strong possibility of. Alright, this map isn't terrible for testing it, I guess. Let's see what kind of lanes we get. Game Ogre is not great for testing. Not this situation. Dreadbones. Actually, it seems like a decent map for testing it out. Let's check it out here. Got those controlled burn flyers. I think here I'm just going to spam up, spam some LSAs. See how that works out. And here we'll go something like dish. Sorry, wife just woke up. She's very slammy this morning. Let's see. Let's go with that. Where do I want to watch? I think this area I'll watch. That's not a very congested area though. That Dreadbones will be a good tester of it. Now I want the poison to hit up front prior to the Petrify going, because I want to see if explosive poison is working. See, and over here I think I'll just spam Flamars. Yep, no, we got a Spellbreaker lane. Is that going to matter? That should handle the flyers, right? I think for the Spellbreaker lane we'll get those ballistas on over here. That should more than handle that. Let's see, let's just do that. I'm really wanting to see, first off, if is explosive poison even working. Let's just check it out and see if it's even, if we can even see explosions. Well, there's definitely little explosions going off. Let's wait till there's a big congested lane. God dang it, I didn't want to kill you, Wither Beast. I mean, you can see the little puffs going off. Visually, anyway. Gonna have to smack this lane back a little now, though. The question I really have with explosive poison is the poison gets consumed when the enemy is petrified, right? So if the poison is getting consumed when they're petrified, are you going to get the benefit of spreading that around? We're going to have to look next wave. What happened? Oh, Hex Thrower's throwing at the core. Yeah, there will be it will be an offline mode in DDA, Nico. That's already been confirmed. All right, let's try this again. I'll throw a reflect beam around the core right there. That's the Grave Infection mod, Nico, which is currently broken. It's not working 100% properly. Let's see, we're gonna need a reflect beam around this bad boy. Not enough mana. Oop. Must hit G. That should work for it. Yeah, the materials thing is fixed, Desiree. Alright. Let's throw the Petrify in and see if we see those little poison boom booms going with the Petrify. Now, I don't know. Let's just check it out. Let's check it out. I'm seeing little puffs still. I want to see if petrified mobs are going poof, though, is what I'm really looking for. You can see all the little green explosions going off. They're just enemy farts? Could be there, Shelly. Well, the first step is Chromatic has to give the Castros Guild more codes. They never gave us codes to give away for April, so I don't even have any of those to give away right at the moment. So, I mean, you'd get them from watching videos or live streams. But currently, there's nothing to give away. They're like to the grindstone, you know, working on DDA. So there's been really no communication at all with the Castros Guild. You know, ballistas seem crazy effective, but the thing is the snakes, the sand vipers are only 30 DU, and you can get the same result. So, I mean, do you want to give up a physical defense, which is a really good physical defense, in exchange for a Petrify that you can achieve with half of the DU? Is really one of the questions you have to ask yourself. I mean, yeah, you know, what more can you say? Explosive poison seems to be doing really good here, though. Yeah, ballista pierces. The secondary poison shard is not working for Petrify, Cajun Ants. Yep, use crowd control. That's the best tip I can give you, is use crowd control. It's a tower defense game like every other tower defense game out there. Crowd control is what it's all about. So definitely, if you want to push Onslaught, the best thing to do is use the game's crowd control. So you got lots of forms. You got the various combos, which Electrocute and Petrify are both amazingly good crowd control combos. Yeah, Ballista's Bite is applying to all of them, Quentin. So one Ballista Bolt, you end up with multiple pierced or multiple petrified mobs. Using this build that I got going here. Like I said, the question though is, I mean, you don't want the entire lane petrified. That's what I keep saying. A lot of people aren't grasping that. A petrified enemy is not taking damage properly from your defenses. Now, he's taking damage from some mysterious source, but a petrified enemy is not supposed to take any damage from you or your defenses if it's working 100% accurately. So you don't want the entire lane petrified. You only want a few mobs petrified. And that's where the Viper is so strong, is you can limit the amount of petrified targets. If you just petrify the entire lane, you end up with a wave that never ends, basically. No, I'm done with Ancient Power. I don't plan on doing any more AP resets. No one will hit 1,000 AP. I mean, the only person psychotic enough to do so is Nictus, and I don't think he's interested in that. It would be complete pointless waste of thousands of hours. On that burger challenge. I'm at 65. I mean, there's no point at all in going past 70, but in my opinion, there was no point in going past 60. Hex throwers are getting me. I'm gonna have to throw a reflect beam down here. Just clear these fools out. I also want to check one more thing before I end the stream, and I can do it on an expedition map. I just need to make sure I've got a grave infection that doesn't have Frostfire on it. I'll have to look through my stuff here after this map is over. That makes it even sting even more, Quentin. If you call it a cheeseburger minus the cheese. It makes it sound like it's even worse of a deal. Cheeseburger with no cheese. I want to check that grave infection, because grave infection is doing some funny stuff right now. Actually, we can probably look at it right here. Some mobs have come out real quick. No, of course nothing's going to come out. Let's just get this map finished. This map takes so long to do. What's going on there, IHOPs? How you doing? My favorite map is Temple and Necrotic. I just love that map. Love it, love it, love it. Alright, we know that explosive poison is working, so let's just spam it up and get this map over with here. Oops, wrong EV. What the heck? There we go. Weird. Let's just do it to it. Burn through this one. I want to test grave infection too and see. It looks like grave infection is only hitting for like 1 or 2 damage, which is not correct. You know, it's not how it's supposed to work. Nimbus Reach. Ew, ewy, ewy. Yeah, the oil goes away when it's ignited, Alex. That's the main problem with the ignite combo, is you get a greater benefit from the slow than you do from the oil. Or, I mean, from the ignite. So when you slow the enemy and the oil burns off, or when you ignite the enemy and their oil burns off, you lose just a massive benefit of using it, just period. That spawn camp build from Bazaar that Nictus did the other day, I've done that a few times now. It's just so good. Or Shatter spawn camp. The Dragon Ball Bazaar. That's right. It's the best kind, right? The Dragon Ball Bazaar kind. These guys want to stay back here and throw at their homies. Just want to try to get this map over with. I really want to check that grave infection before I get done with the stream here. And I'm hoping that, I don't want to jinx it, but I'm hoping I stay online long enough to do that. So I need this map to be over. That, and I gotta look. I may not even have a grave infection sitting. Yeah, Frostfire's up right now. IHOPs. It is indeed. That's what everybody should be doing this week, is farming that XP and mods and Frostfire on the keep. You know, you get that incredible amount of XP. Would all you people just die already? Ugh. Jeez, takes so long to do this map. That Frostfire Remnants is way stronger than Drakenlord's Soul is, Professor. I would go get you one of those right now this week while it's here. Soul will be here next week, but as far as what's the best Frost mod, there is no question it's Frostfire Remnants. Drakenlord's Soul would be a second place finisher for sure, but Frostfire Remnants is completely where it's at. I think I do too, Professor. I just want to test how much damage output Grave Infection is actually doing. Oh yeah, Kathleen. Frostfire is just beast. Absolutely beast, no doubt about it. Scarnash is coming. Don't get me, Scarnash. Don't get me. Well, I'm going to test it first. I want to see if it's working properly when you're using it by itself. I mean, we know it's not working properly when it's combined with Frostfire, but is it working properly when it's used by itself? And is that kind of like a hidden nerf? That's the thing I'm the most curious about. They're supposed to be exploding there, Shen. I haven't used it, though, to be honest. I'm holding out for that Juice-inator shard, you know? if you gild Pumpkinator, it turns into the Juice-inator shard, and it's little juice heads that explode. Not really. I'm completely trolling you. Alright, I'm convinced I'm going to be able to get this stupid grave infection tested before the stream is over. So I'm going to rush and try to get this done. But this will be the last thing I do on stream here. Let me even see if I've got a grave infection sitting. That I can use without Frostfire to test to see the damage output here. Alright, let's see. Well, that's a quick way to end the map. We can look at it that way. I was complaining that the map was taking too long to run. Okay, we'll just disconnect and the map's over, right? Alright, let me see. Banjaxed. Grave infection. Ugh. There's one for the EVs. Do I have a better one sitting anywhere? Doesn't look like it. I'm going to use this one for the EV. So... where'd it go? There it is. Let's pop that bad boy on. Make sure I'm not using any funky mods. Let's get rid of burning strikes too. Alright. We'll be able to test it anyway. Alright, and I'm just going to go into my favorite tester map here. There's no codes right now, Pablo. There's no way to get a code right now. You have to win a giveaway off of one of my videos or live streams, but currently I don't have any giveaways, and Chromatic has not given out any codes. They're supposed to give them to us every month. They didn't give us any codes for April. So sadly, there's none out there. You guys want more head flares? Pester Chromatic when they stream about getting the Castros Guild their codes. Because we're not getting any codes right now. Sadly. Alright, let's just set this lane all up with just randomness. Let's see. We'll just... what do we want to do here? More randomness. Actually, you know what? I want to just spam auras up here. Just to make sure that this area gets covered. There we go, looking good there. Let's just do the same thing here. Alright, we'll get a little last resort down here just in case I choke. And let's see. Alright, so if we take a look at this mod, it should be doing 1.3 million damage. Yeah, it's really good. Beer goggles. Let's check it out. Let's get some grave infections popping here. There's one. Alright, let's see what it does. 1, 2. Get some more going here. There we go. You see the little 1s and 2s going. So yeah, grave infection is just busted. It's not working properly. I'm still going to keep it on my nuke monk setup, just because I'm assuming it'll get fixed, but it's clearly not functioning properly. so now it's still giving out the poison if you're trying to get earth damage. Or if you're trying to go for the Petrify combo. Well, you could see it. I was hoping that it was just something, an interaction that was happening with Frostfire, and that Grave Infection itself was still working. And that's why I wanted to test it. But you can see the 1s and 2s big time when you're using the Frostfire as well. Let's get the lane all loaded up with him again here and see. Now it's not going to proc, really? There we go. Here's some more baddies. Alright, there's one popped in there. There's a few of them popped. Yeah, all those little 1s and 2s. So, Grave Infection is one busted mofo. Well, poison is earth damage, but there's nothing being petrified here, as you see. There's no petrifies going on this lane. Grave Infection is the poison aspect of it, and then you'd have to hit it with a different form of earth damage. But it's not self-proccing anything, any petrifies, or we'd be able to see them right here. It's just straight up broke. Which is, you know, what are you going to do? Anyway, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. That way I can actually say goodbye to you all without being forced to by the evil, evil interwebs. But thank you all an absolute ton. I do appreciate it. I apologize for all the DCs today. Streaming until we get moved is going to be a hit or miss type thing. I haven't had a solid internet connection in over a week now. And like I said, my ISP is not going to do anything about it, so there's nothing I can do prior to moving. Now, like I said, we are planning on moving. After I move, I'm going to have a solid connection and a much better bandwidth as well, which means 1080p 60 streams will be coming. I'll get the webcam going back in the mix once we get all settled in. Lots of good things coming in the future, but the next 3 to 4 weeks are going to be real spotty as far as live streaming goes. Now, there's going to be plenty of DD2 content coming, so there will be lots and lots of content here on the channel, but not a whole lot of it is going to be live. I'll be doing a separate video to kind of tell everybody my exact plans in that regard. But thank you all so much. I do appreciate it, and I will see you all next time around. Take it easy.